Hello, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here today at the inauguration of the Arts in Medicine Fellowship Scheme. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the organizers and specifically to Kunle for inviting me to share this momentous occasion with all of you. As a professor and researcher in the field of infant brain development, currently at Oslo Metropolitan University in Norway, my work centers on exploring how music can shape the earliest stages of human life. Therefore, my team and I work in hospitals, specifically in neonatal intensive care units, as well as outside clinical hospitals as well and clinical settings, using mostly electroencephalography. EEG, as we generally call it, is a biomedical imaging modality to study the function, or more specifically, the electrical activity of the brain. In our case, the neonatal brain, be it mature or full term, healthy or not. To begin, I would like to pose a question. Did you know that even before birth, music can influence the developing brain of an infant? Imagine the profound impact this could have not only during those early years, but throughout life, both when we refer to well-being and resilience or disease. So music is a gift that connects us all and impacts all of us, or at least the greatest majority of us. So today, I hope to share with you how this universal element and behavior of humans can serve as a powerful bridge between the arts and medicine. Music is far more than entertainment. It is a powerful and multidimensional tool of human communication that transcends age, culture, and language. From the gentle lullabies sung to soothe a newborn to the symphonies that stir our deepest emotions, music engages multiple areas of the brain. Research suggests that music can be approached through two key frameworks: the philosophical phenomenological framework, which examines its emotional and cultural impacts, and the structural functional framework, which focuses on its measurable properties and biological effects. Now, in the music and medicine domain, we prioritize the structural functional framework, which highlights quantifiable aspects of music, such as frequency, rhythm, and their effects on neural activity. Neuroscience research shows that music uniquely activates neural pathways linked to memory, emotion, and learning, making it not only an art form, but also a therapeutic medium with immense potential. Historically, music has played its vital role in healing practices across all cultures. Ancient societies intuitively understood its ability to uplift and restore, while today, advanced biomedical imaging technologies have enabled us to study how organized sounds influence the central and peripheral nervous systems. By isolating the technical elements of music, researchers have made it possible to design reproducible and objective music-based interventions, applications that show measurable outcomes and pave the way for the integration into clinical practice. Thus, while the subjective and emotional experiences of music remain invaluable, focusing on its structural functional aspects allow us to bridge art and science, creating therefore a robust foundation for interdisciplinary approaches to healthcare. Now, harnessing the merits of the structural functional aspects, in my research, I focus on how music shapes the development of the infant brain. So, using tools like EEG, and more specifically quantitative EEG, we have gained incredible insights into how the brain responds to music, even in its earliest stages of development. In this context, one of the most fascinating discoveries is the role of music in strengthening neural connections. More specifically, in infants, music can stimulate brain plasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow. This is particularly critical in the early years when the brain is most malleable. For example, the rhythmic patterns in music help infants recognize generic environmental patterns and develop their cognitive and motor skills. Music also plays a significant role in fostering social bonding. So when a caregiver sings to a baby, it's not just soothing, it's creating a shared emotional connection. This interaction stimulates areas of the brain associated with empathy and emotional regulation. Most importantly, these findings have practical applications, showing promise as an intervention for developmental delays, providing a non-invasive way to enhance cognitive and emotional development in infants. So our research highlights the transformative potential of music as a scientifically validated developmental and therapeutic tool in NICUs, aligning therefore seamlessly with the Arts in Medicine Fellowship's mission, which is to integrate artistic practices into medical care. And in this context of work, we have extensively studied and demonstrated how passive music listening in premature infants, a particularly sensitive population, positively influences their biopsychological functions. For example, our recent scoping review revealed that lullabies not only reduce procedural pain, but also improve feeding behaviors and contribute to significant weight gain, emphasizing the crucial role of how we can structure the auditory interventions in these neonatal intensive care units we studied and beyond. To study in more detail these positive outcomes, but at the brain level, I have also proposed a more fervent integration of neuroimaging techniques in this context specifically. So these methods, I believe, allow for detailed examination of how music impacts brain activity, particularly in regions associated with sensory and emotional processing. Therefore, I believe that by applying tools such as EEG and magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI as we call it in short, we will be able to tailor music and medicine interventions that are both reproducible and effective. In order to support this line of practice, we thoroughly evaluated the quality of biomedical imaging research, providing a comprehensive framework for aligning music interventions with the highest standards of evidence-based practice in this interdisciplinary context, thereby bridging gaps between theory and proper applications in the field. As you can see from this graph, fMRI and EEG are the most chosen neuroimaging modalities in this research context, while the overall quality of research procedures, although not scoring the absolute best, they move on towards a great quality direction. After all, this is a new interdisciplinary domain in need of more experience and expertise than what currently exists. Finally, working specifically in the NICU environment and bringing all the above in the real music and medicine world, we have explored how the profile of the singing voice, technically referred to as fundamental frequency, along with a kinship dynamics, fundamentally shape the impact of music on premature brain development. In this very recent study of our team, preliminary QEEG data analysis suggested that while maternal singing remains pivotal in most of the conditions studied in the NICU, paternal singing, due to its lower pitch and of course its kinship profile, as compared to the male and female music therapists participated in this study, may exert a more profound effect during complex auditory stimuli like lullabies. Our hypothesis in this case posits that the lower fundamental frequency of the father's voice enhances functional and structural brain dynamics at this sensitive developmental stage, offering a result novel insights into how we can optimize NICU auditory interventions. I believe that Arts in Medicine Fellowship's mission to bridge science and art resonates deeply with these findings. Therefore, by fostering collaborations between artists, clinicians, and researchers, we can further refine these protocols, extending their applicability to other vulnerable populations. And our evidence underscores that music is not merely an adjunct, but a foundational component of modern holistic family-centered healthcare. As my team and I embark all of us together on this journey of integrating even more the arts, and specifically music, into medicine, I envision a future where music and other art forms are not seen as complementary, but as essential components of care. The harmony between science and art has the power to transform lives, starting with the youngest among us. So, if there was one thing I should say to the fellows being here with us today, this will be it. I encourage you all to think creatively and courageously about how you can bridge your artistic talents with medical care. Let your passion guide you to innovate and inspire, and all of us around you will be there to support you. Closing, I will leave you with these thoughts. Music doesn't just touch the brain, it touches the heart. And in that connection lies the profound potential to heal. Thank you very much.